So I'm just going to close with one last question for you, Marshall. You've
Mhm,
just founded the Harmonic Science Alliance.
mhm,
There's a lot of really cool things that are along with that. You have a couple projects that you're working on.
mhm,
Um, it's 10 years from now, and it's been an amazing success.
mhm,
You can look back on this initiative of the Harmonic Science Alliance and all of these things that are emerging. What does that look like, and how is it contributing what's
mhm,
going on in the world right now?
mhm.
Give us
Yeah.
your vision.
Yeah. Mhm. Well, harmonic science is in reference to acknowledgement of this nature of the universe being um, what I like to call a true paradigm, not a new paradigm. It's as old as the universe, this paradigm, and it's been known for a long time, centuries, millennia actually, and um, in the modern era was basically sidelined, because of the direction that science took, and possibly on purpose. And of course, there is vast knowledge of this harmonic nature of the universe that is that has been used to develop technologies, solutions, modalities, both for good and for not good, because you can use it either way. You can use it to create resonance, you can coherence, you can use it to create dissonance, just as you can in any vibrational system. And so in that acknowledgement comes when we realize that there comes a an ethical obligation to choose that direction, to choose that paradigm. Because why would we not? And it literally, when we adopt the paradigm, when we embrace it, when we create and innovate solutions that can and will restore balance and harmony, literally, then that's the only choice there is at this point. In my mind, this is how I look at it. And it's not only the only choice, just sort of cosmically, but it's also the only choice that I'm aware of that will get us out of the mess. Because I don't hear other proposals of 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 pathways forward that, if they don't include that, I think they just fall short. There's like renewable energy. It's a lovely idea, but it's never going to scale up. And it's clunky, it's really crude, you could say, relative to what you get when you use these principles. Something like free energy technology that is resonating with the underlying unified field to access energy. I mean, that's literally what the entire cosmos is already doing. So, um, and doing it incredibly abundantly. So when we get that paradigm and we choose it, that changes everything. That in itself changes even the entire idea of what an economy is, because it's not based on scarcity anymore. It's not based on the need for win and lose and domination and all that. It literally wipes that all away. And then there are applications that are for our own establishment of balance and coherence in our, at first and foremost, our nervous systems. I think this is the highest priority for bringing harmonic science applications in the world, is to enable uh, our everybody's nervous systems to relax. Basically get out of stress, because we're in such high stress. And that translates into emotional stress, mental stress, physical imbalance, etc. And um, so that's a really key thing right there. And there's many technologies using sound and light and vibration that can readily do that. There's amazing applications in agriculture that structure water and then imprint the water with the frequencies of nutrients and pesticides, rather than applying chemicals and toxifying the soil. You bypass that step, and the plants go, I recognize this is nitrogen. Yeah, this is awesome, and they benefit. It's incredible, and it's very successfully tested already. and saves, water use by at least 50%. Um, there are energy technologies, communication technologies, etc. So imagine all of that being embraced, allowed to come into the world because it's been suppressed, and then the spiritual evolution that comes when we realize the imperative, the obligation, and the necessity to mature. Because when you embrace this power uh, of the cosmos, you're literally embracing the power that creates and destroys all things. Um, we have no choice but to mature, to embrace it fully, and to bring it into the world responsibly. And so there's that inner spiritual shift as well. And so imagine 10 years from now, that could happen all in 10 years. It really can. It's like, first of all, I'm quite confident that technologies exist that solve all of our major problems already in our in our
Mhm.
bodies, in our mental, emotional well-being, and agriculture, even nuclear waste remediation. There are technologies that exist for that. And there's so much being innovated, and it's just not even on the radar yet. Imagine all that comes into the world, and there's a there's at least the obvious outward expression of the turning to that direction. And all that comes with it, the realization of the true nature of the universe, of who we are, of how we can literally bring harmony into the world, literally, not idealistically, but literally, and then idealistically embrace it inside of ourselves. That would be the end state in 10 years, or the beginning state, let's say, of this next octave being stabilized in the world. And it's all very doable because we already actually know how to do it.
Mm. Thank you. That was beautiful.
Mm.
That was beautiful. In your honor, I want to change my language from this moment on. We've been talking about the unitive age, and I'm just like, why aren't we calling it the harmonic age?
Mm.
I'm gonna start calling it the harmonic age. It
Mm.
feels really lovely to think that we're entering the harmonic age. And so, yeah, thank you for leading us there, my
Mm.
friend. Thank you for leading us. And
Joy to do so.
yeah.
And it's really fun to have these conversations. It's still new, so.